Getting a fresh look from investigators. It happened back in 2015 when a classmate of Buster Murdaugh was found dead in the middle of a rural road in South Carolina. That death originally ruled a hit and run, but the teen's family now says law enforcement officials believe he died by intentional homicide. Let's bring in criminal defense attorney Mark Eiglarsh for more on this. Let's listen first of all to what Stephen Smith's mother, Sandy, said about what she was told by SLED that this could be a homicide. Listen here.
I mean, I just love my son, and since I couldn't protect him, I'm going to fight for him. I hope to find the real reason for Stephen's death and the real why.
And here's what she said to the Hampton County Guardian last night. She said, quote, "I've been waiting on this news for almost 8 years. I'm in shock. I'm elated. I'm waiting for the next chapter." Not often, Mark, that you hear a parent say that they're elated to find out that their son was murdered, but she has long suspected that there was foul play here.
Yeah, I get it. I'm a father of 3, and if I learned that they said that my kid was involved in an accident and I knew that there was something nefarious, like she's alleging that her son would not have left his wallet in the vehicle and then walked along a roadway, or that there was no skid marks at all on the asphalt to indicate that somehow this was the accident they're claiming it to be. No vehicle debris, no parts of the vehicle left, no evidence consistent with him being dragged at all. You know, that's hokey. And you don't just, as a parent, say, okay, we're going to let those inconsistencies go. You fight for your kids.
Yeah, the fact, too, that he was found in the middle of the road when he was ostensibly hit by the mirror on a transport truck didn't seem to add up. And the fact that he still had on loose-fitting sneakers, when many times if a person is hit by a car, they lose their shoes.
Right. So the first thing is this all seems hokey, right? But that's one part of it. The next part is, okay, if you don't think it was an accident and you think it might be a homicide, that's another level. You've got to prove that this was a death intentionally at the hand of somebody else. A whole nother level is, well, who did it? Who did it? Who's responsible? Yeah. And as we've learned from the Murdaugh and other high-profile cases, possibly, probably did it, not enough.
Yeah. But, as you said, in terms of who did it, eyes are turning toward Buster Murdaugh, who is the only surviving member now of the immediate Murdaugh family. The two were in high school. There were, I mean, I don't know if it's speculation or if it's rumor or actual reports that Buster Murdaugh and Stephen Smith may have been in some sort of a relationship. The death and the body was found some 15 miles away from the Murdaugh property that we heard so much about. But here's what Buster Murdaugh said in a statement, quote, "I have tried my best to ignore the vicious rumors about my involvement in Stephen Smith's tragic death that continue to be published in the media as I grieve over the brutal murders of my mother and brother. These baseless rumors of my involvement with Stephen and his death are false." So that's his statement, but the trust factor with the Murdaughs after that trial, not exactly high these days.
That's correct, but let's not, hold Buster accountable for the acts of his father. I don't know enough about Buster to know whether he's capable of doing anything nefarious like this. He enjoys the presumption of innocence like everybody else unless there's solid evidence proving that he did something here, and possibly being involved is not enough. So I will zealously defend him at this point until and unless they tell me that he was the last person who saw Smith and might have actually contributed to his demise.
All right, let's go to the latest celebrity trial. Gwyneth Paltrow on trial for allegedly running into somebody at the Deer Valley Ski Resort back in 2015. The person claims that he suffered a traumatic brain injury as well as broken ribs. This is Terry Sanderson who's making these allegations. Yesterday, a friend of his, Craig Ramone, was on the stand and said, "Oh, no. I saw Gwyneth Paltrow run into him." And then this happened under cross-examination. Listen here.
Terry was wearing a helmet, true?
True.
The person he collided with was not wearing a helmet. Is that true? That's your memory?
I don't know.
Did you tell me she was not wearing a helmet?
I'm not sure. I don't remember what she was wearing.
He was comparing what Ramon said in a deposition 5 years ago to what he was saying on the stand there. And according to some reports, he basically fell apart.
Yeah, that's how it looks. And that's what we do on cross-examination. You get a statement and you say, didn't you say on another occasion this? That guy looked void of credibility. And then you add to that Gwyneth's got her ski instructor who was there, who's going to say just the opposite. I think while there's injury as a result of an accident, I don't know that this plaintiff is going to be able to show that she was responsible for it. She's alleging he did it to her. He slammed into her. And as anyone who knows, who's been skiing, stuff happens out there, okay?
It does. So she's going to take the stand, maybe tomorrow, maybe in the next couple of days. She's an accomplished actress, Academy Award winner. How do you think she'll do?
Well, you already suggested it. Listen, if actors can't pull it off. But again, all she has to do is connect with her energy and her emotions and just say what really happened. And her position is she was the one who was struck. And as long as the jury says, I don't know who to believe, then the plaintiff didn't prove their case.
All right. Mark, great to get your take on this. Thank you. Appreciate it.
My pleasure, John. Take care.
Sandra?
All right, we are going to